Hey there on YouTube. Welcome to the set of the NFL Matchup Show here in beautiful downtown Mount Laurel, New Jersey. I'm Sal Paolantonio. That is Darius Butler, and that is Greg Cosell. I want to give folks a real detailed look of what we do on the show regarding the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Really good, interesting matchup, Greg. And we got to start with Patrick Mahomes, the second, right? I like saying his name, and that is his name. So we'll say it, Patrick Mahomes the second. What do you got?
You know, this is one reason I love watching tape, Sal, because you start to see trends and new things as the season goes on. And the Chiefs have evolved over the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. They are playing a ton, relatively speaking, out of multiple tight end sets. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. So now you have to decide as a defense how you're matching up to that with personnel. Do you treat them as tight ends? Do you treat them as wide receivers? We know about Kelsey.
Yep.
Fortson was a wide receiver in college.
Yep.
He can move. So it's going to be really interesting how the Bengals choose to match up from a personnel standpoint.
That's 12 personnel. That's 2 tight ends, 13
Yep.
personnel.
Oh, yeah.
That's
There we
3
go.
tight ends. I'm learning. I'm learning, Darius.
I like it.
But, you know, it's interesting, right? Because Andy Reid is always the mad scientist, and he's always changing things as the season progressed. He had started out without Tyreek Hill, and now he's basically featuring more tight end sets to make up for the loss of Tyreek Hill. When you look at that, and you look at Cincinnati's defense, how do they match up?
I think they match up well. And because Lou Anarumo, he did a great job. You talked about Andy Reid adjusting, but Lou last year in the AFC Championship did a great job adjusting and throwing them off their pivot, as we say on the game. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Not only how they come
How did he
out the
throw
first
him
half.
off on
You know, he was rushing. He was keeping Kelsey and Mahomes in the box. Dropping 8 sometimes in coverage, going to man, just mixing it up. And if you don't have a beat, you create that hesitation with receivers, with quarterbacks. That's when you allow the guys up front to get home. So I'll be interested to see not only how they come out to start the game, but how they adjust, more importantly.
Yeah, I was at that game, and Patrick Mahomes was so frustrated in the fourth quarter and threw that last pick that turned the game around at the end, and the Bengals wound up beating them in Kansas City and going on to the Super Bowl. And I know Patrick Mahomes very well, and he is looking for revenge in this game in Cincinnati. They want to win this game really badly, but Burrow's playing at a high level, Greg.
Yeah, he sure is. And one thing to look for in this game, you have 2 rookie corners who play on the outside for the Chiefs in their nickel and dime, Williams and McDuffie. And the Bengals are heavy 11 personnel, Sal, meaning 3 wide receivers. And there may be no quarterback in the league who's more aggressive throwing to one-on-ones outside the numbers than Joe Burrow. You're going to see that.
And he will stand in the pocket no matter how much he's getting hit.
Yep.
And he's going to get hit in this ball game.
He should, but you got to try to keep guys back. We know if you got Jamar Chase out there, you got that's the biggest weapon, priority number 1 for this Chiefs defense to try to stop Joe Burrow.
Yeah, so they've got great wide receivers. They got a quarterback who doesn't mind standing, looking down as the gun barrel.
As we say, yes.
Yes, as we say, and delivering the football.
Tough quarterback.
Tough quarterback has taken a lot of hits in his young career. Greg Cosell, Darius Butler, Sal Pal. We are on ESPN and ESPN2. Let's take a look at the show times. There you go. For the NFL Matchup Show, you can follow us on Twitter at NFL Matchup, and, of course, on Instagram and on demand. And, of course, as you can see, we're on YouTube. Thanks for watching us on YouTube.